Andreas Enfeldt from dietdoctor.com, and I'm here with perhaps the world's foremost expert on paleo diets. Could that be true?
Well, that's awful flattering, Andreas, but I've been involved from the very beginning with this. I think there's a number of key people, and I think that I'm probably in that core of key people that have promoted this concept and continue to promote it.
Yeah, so your name is Lauren Cordain, and you're a professor and researcher in Paleolithic diets, among other things.
Pretty much. My research in the last 20 years is focused on diet and this evolutionary basis for human diet.
Yeah. So I was going to start asking you, what is a Paleolithic diet and why is it so popular today?
Well, Paleolithic stands for the Old Stone Age, and the Old Stone Age began with the invention of stone tools, and that happened about 2.5 million years ago, and it lasted up until the beginnings of the agricultural revolution, which was 10,000 years ago. And during that period, all humans were hunter-gatherers, and the food that they consumed was the food that they could forage, hunt, gather, or fish, and it was basically fresh food. Obviously, there was no processed foods or any foods that came about with the Neolithic and the Industrial Revolution. So what we try to do with the contemporary paleo diet is to try to mimic the food groups that our ancestral hunter-gatherers consumed, and with modern foods that are available at the supermarket. The only real caveat to that is, the only exception is that I think it's better if people can get grass-produced meats, beef, free-ranging chicken, and so forth. So those are superior to meat that has been produced in a grain produced in a feedlot. So that's pretty much the basis of the diet. And if you look at the food groups that our Stone Age ancestors didn't consume, they didn't eat cereal grains except as starvation foods occasionally. They certainly weren't staples. They didn't consume dairy products because they hadn't domesticated cows. And all of the processed foods that we eat now come from 4 major food groups: cereal grains, dairy products, vegetable oils, and refined sugars, and salt. And if you put those all together, you can call it a donut, a cookie, a pizza. You can call it anything you want, but it's basically the same 4 ingredients that are used in all sorts of processed foods. And most Americans and Europeans consume roughly 70% of their calories as those 4 food types. And so what we try to do is eliminate or severely reduce those foods and focus on real living foods like fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, nuts and seeds, and, as I mentioned, grass-produced meats. Seafood and fish are really the foundation of this diet.